Everyone, thank you for joining the webinar. In this webinar, I will going to give you a demonstration of three things. One is integration with Google Contact. Second one is integration with Google Email. Third one is Office 365 Contact, Office 365 Email, Calendar, and Google Calendar. So all the six things I will going to give a demonstration. And this is the big improvement we did for the Office 365 and Google integration using authentication approach. So hopefully you guys like it, and yeah, sure, you will enjoy these extensions. So it will solve a lot of purpose to integrate data from vTiger CRM system to both of these tools, Google and Office 365. The first one is like email integration. So we have an extension for Google Chrome and for Google email integration, and Office 365 plugin for Office 365 integration. We have extension for vTiger, which you have to install. So once you install that, Google Contact, Calendar, and everything will be synced accordingly. So I will give you a little bit demonstration of how basically this extension works. So we set up one demonstration to our one of the CRM. So you can go access, once you install the extension, you will going to get accesses from Google Office 365 sheet from here. So you have two options. Let me just revoke, which is already added. So basically you have two options. So if you are using Google to manage your contact, email, and calendar, then you have to sign in with Google. If you are using Office 365, then you have to sign with Office 365. Okay, so now let me go through the Google first. So when I click on a Google, it will first ask to take the authentication of the user who will going to get the access of this Google it will authorize the users to access the Google Contact and all those things. So I'm just selecting one of my users. So I select my email and I give the access. Okay, that CRMTiger app wants to have access to your Google account. Yes. So once they did a continue, it will going to open three options: sync email, contact, and calendar. Let's first start with contact and calendar, then we will go with the email. So for a contact, if I want to sync a contact, I just click on a contact here. So here is the settings screen, which allows you to set your Google account. It sends set the settings for the contact, like what happens if contact deleted from Google, what happens if contact is deleted from vTiger, and all. This is all the default settings, right? You can change it. So here, this is the settings related to the Google Contact group label, which has to be synced with vTiger. So I'm just selecting your contact. So this is one of the group in my Google Contact here. If you look here, right? So this is my one of the group where these are all my contact, which is in Google. So select those. Then select assign of users of record whose contact you wants to sync to Google. It means like, if you have multiple users, right? For example, if you're admin, so admin or a manager, you also can sync the records or contact of the team under you, right? So I'm just selecting this one. Then this is the field mapping. So I'm just selecting the leads, hot leads. So it's field mapping from vTiger to Google, because in Google we already select like all the contact of this group, right? Now I'm just adding the couple of field mapping stuff. So I'm just selecting the first name. Then I am selecting the primary email. So here there is a multiple email: primary email, home, work, custom, and all those things. Probably here, let me see. Okay, now this is one of the contact. I'm not sure, but let me verify this contact. So it's a work phone. So phone and email is they consider a work. So I'm just selecting primary email work. Okay, now add the primary phone. Primary phone is work. Okay, now click save next. So once I click save and next, it will display this page. Now in this page I have two options, whether I have to sync manually or automatic. In a manual I have two options, sync contact from and to vTiger, right? So this will sync contact to vTiger, right? It means like sync Google to vTiger, and sync to Google, it means sync from vTiger to Google. Okay, right now this option is disabled because still I did not enable the syncing option for events. So I just click on sync to vTiger. Okay, so it tells me like, you know, you have no records sync to vTiger, Google to vTiger. Okay, it means like this record probably already been created. Let me create a couple of records. So Rick Smith, Rick at CRMTiger.com. This I have to work, select the work because it's work email. Phone number is 123-456-7890. This is my work email. Okay, save. Now let me create another Mike Smith, Mike.com 987654321, and this will be save. So I have two contacts which I just added because other contact probably sync earlier, so it's not allowed to sync. So let me click on sync to vTiger again. So right now it's created one contact as per this. Let me click on another time. Okay, so there is no records. So let me see in a leads. So you will see like, you know, this contact is from Google has been created. So this is sync from Google to vTiger. Now let me just create a duplicate and create another contact, Michael Jackson. So I just kept the same number and save. Now let me click here, sync to Google. Okay, so let me see the settings. So, okay, so it's considered the hot leads. So let me click on the leads. Let me see what's the filter for hot lead. Okay, so I have to change the status for leads, then hot lead. So click on detail, status, hot. Okay, so now I see Michael Jackson is in hot lead. Now let me click sync to Google. So it syncs one record. Now you will see your contact. Okay, let me search. Okay, so you will see Michael Jackson is in contact, now available in a Google. So it's like bidirectional, and in automatic sync, when you sync, once you enable it, it will not require you to manually click this. You just have to select the batch size. We allowed to set the batch size because we feel like it will not going to cause a performance problem in your system, because if there is a 10,000 or 50,000 records, when it sync, it might cause the performance issue. So we suggest to select batch like 100 batch, and this is a minute, like every 15 minutes it will going to sync in a background, and you will going to see like sync the contact. Same for enable events, right? So you can manage that things as well, right? Here it's a log where you can see like the records has been synced. Also, we also provide the sync log here where you will see like which record was supposed to sync and all those things. Okay. Earlier it was not sync the other record because I already sync it once. So if you want to resync, first you have to clear the everything from this sync log. Okay. So I think that's for the contact. Let's go with the calendar. So I'm selecting the calendar. Okay, so I select, just remove this. Okay, I select the calendar of tag project, save everything. You will see like create vTiger. So this is all the settings. When the events from Google to vTiger is been synced, what would be the settings? And when the event from vTiger to Google, what will be the settings, right? And this is the important things, right? This is required for a background syncing. So first of all, it will ask like sync from, right? So I'm just selecting 21. So and to date would be 1 week from the current date. So every 15 minutes it will going to sync the events for next 7 days. This is for next 14 days. This is for next 31 days, 21 days, and this is for next 28 days. Okay, so I'm just selecting the 28. Okay, so this is for the background process. For manual it's not required, but yes, for background it is required to consider like it will going to sync event for how many weeks or days from the date, from date to date. So I click on save next. So when I click on a save next, now you will see like sync event from and to option is available. So let's first create the event calendar for tomorrow. So I'm just creating calendar for tomorrow, say meeting with Joe company, and I'm selecting it's 11 to 12 in the morning, and I hit save. Also let me create another email, meeting with Mark company, and tomorrow is the Saturday, so I'm just selecting these two. Okay, now let's see if event will going to sync. So this option will sync event from Google to vTiger. So I've just click sync. So when I sync, it's display the two records has been synced. Now let me see in a Google Calendar whether it syncs or not. So if you will see like two for Saturday 11 to 2 and 1:30 to 2:30, this calendar has been synced. So you will see all the Google Calendars events has been synced from vTiger, sorry, from Google to vTiger. Now let me do some tweak here. So I'm just let me change here first. So I'm just changing. Okay, I feel now, oh, I need to change the timing. I forget the timing. So I change the timing, as well as meeting with Joe and Rick company. Save. Now let me sync again. So it syncs one because I changed one event. Let's see how it's affect to the calendar. Okay, so you will see, like, it's changed the timing as well as change the calendar, right? So it means like event which has been updated in Google is also going to update in vTiger. Now let's do a reverse engineering here. Let's change the events in vTiger, Mark and Michael company. Okay, now I'm going to change the date to 2:30 to 5:30 and I hit save. Okay, now let's sync again. Now this time sync to Google. Okay, so one record is updated as per, because I update the record. Now let's see in Google. So you will see, yes, event has been updated with the time. So it means it's create the events, update the events in both the direction. Okay, now this is for Google. Same thing, let's try with Office 365. So I'm going to, okay, sign in here. Accept. Okay, so now I see, like, it's display sync email, contact, calendar. Now I want to sync contact. Okay, so let me first get the URL because that is the point. Perfect. So now let's first sync contact. Oh, I have plenty of contact. So let me see if I can sync all contact by luck. So let me click on a sync contact. So let me do field mapping, first name to first. Okay. I think in Office 365 they have just name. Let me select it, display name, and email to email. Okay, I think it's changed. Last name should be surname and first name should be given name. Anyway, I'm just click on save next. Yes, so now let's see it syncs to vTiger or not. So I click on sync to vTiger. So it's now syncing. So it syncs to 72 records. So let's see. So, and everyone, if you have any question in between, you can feel free to ask a question. So I just see, okay, sorry, it's in a leads. So let me go to the leads. It's hot lead. Let me see all. So you will see all my Office 365 contact is now synced with the vTiger. Okay. Now let me select one of the contact and change his name to Mr. Adam. Save. So I changed the name, last name to Mr. Adam. Now let me see if I can sync to Outlook. Okay, so it says like, okay, you don't have the record because I have to change the status of this to the hot lead because I consider filter as an hot lead. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, so one record has been updated. Let's see. So okay, so you see like Adam is changed to Mr. Adam. Okay, so it means like I can sync contact from vTiger to Outlook and from Outlook to vTiger. So this is the one thing. Now let's do for calendar. So I'm going to select the calendar here and I'm going to create a couple of events. So Mark and Steve meeting. I just select 23rd, 8:30. Okay, let me select the time as morning 10 o'clock. So this is the meeting. Save. Yep. And let me create another meeting for Patterson meeting. So I'm selecting 11 to 11:30 and save. So this is the two events. One is on 23rd and second one is 24th. So these two events from Office 365 will going to, obviously it will going to sync from Office 365 to vTiger. So let me, because my event is not enabled, so I'm just click on home here, then click calendar. Okay, so I have some settings for the calendar. I don't have to do anything. Save next. Select date. Okay, so 2 weeks from start date. Save next. Okay, perfect. So first I will going to sync to vTiger. So you will see two event has been updated to vTiger. Let's see. Perfect. Let me go back to, okay, so you will see the 10 o'clock and second one is 11 o'clock, one for the Mark and one for the Patterson. So both event has been synced. Now let me modify the events here. So I'm changing the event to Mark, Steve and Ralph. I'm going to change the timing 11 to 12. Yeah, 12:30. Save. I'm just changing one event from now. Now I am going to click on sync to Outlook. Okay. So two created and one updated because here it been there two events already, this one, right, Joe, and the one which we all was created from the Google, because normally you have only one, you either use Google or Office 365. That's what so you will see that Mark, Steve and Ralph, the time which I change 11 to 12:30. and these two event was from Joe and Rick, right? So this is how basically, you know, Office 365 Google Calendar contact, Office 365 contact and calendar has been synced with vTiger. Now let's give you some information about same thing for, okay, I don't want to do, okay, and this is, let me give you one more stuff. If you click on revoke access, it will reset or remove your the account which you already synced with the Google, and same for the Office 365. So either you can release the account so it will stop syncing. Okay, so for that purpose you have it. So just click here. Okay, now in an email, what we provided is like we provided an extension, right, like this, which will going to be displayed in your Gmail, where you can sync the email directly from your Google, and same for the Outlook to vTiger. So it will go open like this on the right hand side, where you will going to have an option to either create a leads. So once you create a leads, hit submit, right? So this data will goes to the CRM, right? And also you can add the comments and all those things. So this is a manual sync. This is not an automatic sync for email. Okay, so I think hope you understand. And same thing will going to be happens with the Office 365 too. So let me click on here. Yeah, in Office 365 you will see, like, you know, option to how to integrate and install the Office 365. So for Office 365 you have to install the CRMTiger add-ins, which is available in Microsoft Store. From there you will going to access the extension. Okay, so yes, so this is how basically, you know, this works for you. So I'm open for the question. If anybody has any question, feel free to ask. So I will going to whoever has a question, just raise a hand, so I will unmute yourself so you can speak to me directly. Okay, perfect. So also this extension is available in our extension list, so from there you can purchase this extension. So the cost of this extension is this, we will going to give some discount to this extension because this is our initial launch for the extension, and the cost for extension is $599, and you can install in your any of the CRMs, but you also can get the 40 days trial for this extension too. So hopefully you like this extension. Let us know if you have any question. Anybody has any question? So the question from Fawn is like, is that extension can reply to customers through extension? So basically this is the syncing between the contact and event. For email, you can use the mail manager, which is available as a default in vTiger, where you can reply to the customer from the email which you receive. I think you are asking that question, right? Perfect. So if you have any question, feel free to send an email to sales@crmtiger.com or support@crmtiger.com, and our team will always be available to assist you further. So everyone, thank you for your presence in this webinar, and hope you like this new implementation has been done by CRMTiger team, and give us a chance to assist you. We are happy to help you for that. Just log into our website crmtiger.com and you will find this extension, and we have a 14 days trial available for that, so we will definitely help you to get the maximum output from this extension. Again, thank you very much all of you to joining this webinar. Thank you so much.